Hello? 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 Yo. Yo. We live? You guys hear me? Shit, fucking YouTube. Yo, what up, G? Bro, about to fucking roll a joint. And I'll probably go fucking fishing, in a little bit. How you doing, bro? How are you, my dude? Some weed? Oh, fuck. Well, people! I'm about to fucking hit that fucking toilet, bro. Take the biggest shit ever. Been taken. Hurt. Again, here comes the shit talk. That's why I'm rolling one. Because I like taking a shit while I'm smoking fucking weed. You guys miss me or what? Dude, I've been streaming for like 3, 4 years on YouTube, and I know, bro. Felt like nobody new came here or shit like that, pretty much. Few people, but damn. Feels like in all this fucking time, nobody cares what we're fucking speaking anyways. Why people are getting butthurt for what other people or whoever saying some shit in this fucking channel anyway? Like 10 fucking 15 people at most. Why people are getting fucking butthurt over everything? Fucking angry people, bro. Fucking movie is almost done. Ugh. Been a good day, bro. Market is dipping. We're making money. Cheers to all my dead homies. What's good, G? You don't have fucking Discord, bro? Then I put too much weed in this fucking fatty. I think it's perfect. The fucking French people are fucking stupid, bro. It got warmer outside, bro. Think I'm gonna catch anything today if I'm going fucking fishing or what? Jehu, what's up, brother? How are you doing, bro? Having a good day? Back again. Good, bro. Good. Be back. 5 minutes. Yo, what's happening, people? What's happening, bro? Nothing. Nothing, burger. What's up, Cramuel? 444. What's happening, dude? What's happening, dude? What you doing? Saying? Chat. Laying in bed. The fucking come on Discord, dude. What the fuck? You're being a bitch. Back. Just an illusion. Just an illusion, bro. Good dashing simple. Whatever, Cram. Whatever, dude. Fucking back is fucking hurting me, bro. I did some fucking yard work yesterday, and fucking it's killing me today. It's like I want to go fishing today, and I'm like, I don't know if I really want to go fishing. Yeah. No dashing scene in the Discord. What's going on, brother? Join the fucking Discord channel, bro. Give you the invite. You on the server? Oh, there you go, bro. Yeah, I sent you the invite to join the server and join us. Fucking here, I guess. One. Join the fucking hit the invite. Let me give you the link in the chat. Maybe it's working in the chat. Fucking hell. Yeah, just join our Discord server, man. We've got 19 people. You'll be the 20th. Age restricted. Oh shit. Hey, bro. Let's see if I can fucking get rid of that shit. Discord server settings. Restricted. Save settings. Try now, bro. Would be good now. Oh my god. I don't know what's Discord. I don't know. I don't have Discord. I don't know how to join Discord. It's like dealing with 80 years old fucking people, bro. The fuck. All day long. You guys are the fucking, should be the new generation kids, bro. With all the apps. Fuck. Yeah. Let's see which movie should I watch next. Dude, I watched a fucking great movie. It's called Project Hail Mary. Pretty good. Oh look, Dashing Simp is here. What's going on, brother? But Sammy's on the server. I don't want it. Had it with Erica, Shana, and Peach. Dumped that demon cord over a year ago. Oh my god. Graham is traumatized from the fucking Discord experience with Peachy and Clark and fucking Eric. Oh shit, don't let the trauma get you, bro. Fuck. I can watch the fucking Super Mario Galaxy movie. Or should I watch The Outcome? Keanu Reeves. The new Avatar good? Fucking movie. Ready or not, here I come. Drama. The Yeti. That fucking movie. Scream 7? Hmm. Cartoon Hoppers. Utopia 2. Chilling, bro. Just chilling. Mario movie was amazing. Was amazing, bro? Should I watch it? Aladdin. We watch fucking too many movies. Watch fucking Mario. I wanna fucking see the Avatar. Shit, MX if you can. Oh no, bro, we're not leaving the office. We're watching on the fucking pirates websites. Shit. We're that guy. Don't forget that shit. Movie theater is expensive, bro. You know? What the fuck? Stacking. He just giving me junk. What the fuck? I just got a freaking. I just took a Dunkin' Donuts order for $3 for fucking 1 mile. Damn. Dang, bro. Fucking insane. Just hiding your fucking account all the fucking time. You're scared fucking Clark is hacking you or some shit. For the outcome. It's so much fun being untraceable. What? You a fucking retard, bro. What do you mean untraceable, bro? You were doxing yourself a fucking month ago. What the fuck? What? Wait. Oh my god, bro. Fucking crap. fuck wanna drive in the middle of fucking woods somewhere? Fucking fighting. I get people on the internet telling me, I'm flying right now to Chicago, bro. I'm gonna get you. And I'm like, alright, bro. Just let me know. I'll leave by the airport. So I'll know when you're close by. I'll swing by. You don't have to fucking take a cab. Fucking fighters. Keyboard fighter, bro. Delivery driver. Everybody's fucking scared, bro. They're just fucking lazy fucking people, bro. They cannot drive to the fucking Wingstop. They're already in DoorDash. Why do you think they're gonna drive to fucking other state to fight somebody? Come on, bro. Think about it. People are lazy to fucking pick up their own fucking food from the restaurant. Why do you think they're gonna drive to somebody's house to fucking whoop their ass, bro? Or some bullshit online, bro. Come on, think about it. Don't be fucking DJ's IQ right now, bro. You're scaring me. God, I got my true supporters in the fucking chat. Yeah, dude. Recommending Project Hail Mary. Fucking good movie. Eric is busy with the $3 order right now. There are tip on cramp delivery. Welcome to the new. I don't order it though. I think he's asking if you're tipping, not if you're fucking taking an order with tip on it. Well, I had to hunt down y'all lazy good for nothing delivery drivers down like bitch you. I'm watching the Afro Man interview. What the fuck? Oh shit! Are you fucking? You and DJs are cousins, bro. Crap. Yeah, on Channel 5, bro. Yeah, yeah. You guys hear it now? It's working.
Despite finding no evidence of narcotics or kidnapping during the raid, Adams County sheriffs refused to apologize or help him cover the cost of the property they destroyed. So Afroman deployed creative means to increase public pressure, dropping not one but a series of diss songs that detailed the incident extensively, once again showing the officers' faces on
Sure.
screen each time and outlining his plans to file a lawsuit. But But before Afroman could file his lawsuit, the sheriffs filed their own.
A legal battle over privacy for officers involved in a raid. At the center of it, rapper Afroman.
Somehow, the judge approved their motion, and the defamation case went to trial.
Every bit of this was a lie, and you knew it.
Shouldn't have threw a fake raid.
After multiple years in court, the jury ultimately ruled that Afroman's diss songs were covered by First Amendment free speech protections and that he wouldn't need to pay the sheriffs a goddamn dollar.
Yeah, we did it, America. Yeah, we did it. Freedom of speech. Right on. Right on. Yeah, God bless America. Yeah.
Afroman was ecstatic, as were millions of Americans across the political spectrum. Anyways, enjoy the interview.
My name is the Hungry Hustling American Dream, / Afro-American Wet Dream, Afro Moneymaker Marijuana Smoking MAN, and I am a singer, rapper, free comedian, musician.
And so for somebody without
Can you guys hear the video?
media access,
No.
how would you explain to them what happened with the case and over the past couple years?
Freedom of speech has been challenged.
How can you take me to court when you stole my money and it's $400 short?
There's the original Americans who want their freedom of speech, and there's like this new legal breed that's evolving that want to challenge that freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, hate speech makes this new evolving group want to challenge freedom of speech. What they call it defamation. They have all these different variations of speech that want to challenge freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is such a broad statement. People are, they're starting to take little cracks at it here and there to see if it can be freedom of speech under certain circumstances. With my case, we feel like overall freedom of speech won. In America, you can say what you want to say, good or bad. Now, they say if you tell a lie, that's defamation of character. But I did my research, and I wasn't telling any lies. It was a fact. I was trying to figure out who the cops were. So as I zoomed in on them, I'd take a picture of them. Then I'd go do my homework and research. Who is this guy? I'd put him up. Who is this guy? And people would pop up. Oh, that is Brian Newland. Yeah, his brother was a police officer too. And he got fired because he was a convicted pedophile. I started finding out who these strangers were walking around in my house. So to the general public, you have freedom of speech, but don't lie on people, because if you lie on people, then they can possibly sue you for defamation.
Yo, what's up, brutally, Lauren?
You have freedom of speech, especially if you're telling the truth. And I feel like I won because I was telling the truth, I was doing my homework, and the police officers who raided my house, they didn't find anything, they didn't charge me, they vandalized and kicked down my door. They placed themselves on my video camera. They placed
I don't know how to make it louder, to be honest.
Therefore, the jury, they found me not guilty of defamation of character. So that's a big nutshell, but that's the fastest way I could burrito it for everybody.
Raid my house and then get pissed, 'cause the dungeon don't exist. My proof's on the internet.
I tell any citizen that's broke, if you don't got no money for a lawyer, you get you some damn good videotape footage. You get your evidence and you stand on it. You yell it out loud. You repeat it as much times as you can.
Like on social media and elsewhere.
You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So have your evidence, have your video,
fix this
put
fucking
it
sound.
up on the media just in case you don't lose it or anything get goofy. Stash it as many places as you can. Get your facts straight, and you don't need no money with the truth. When you've done all you can do to stand, you stand and you yell it out. And this life is a war against good and evil. Sometimes we win,
Is it louder
sometimes
now?
we lose. But fight.
You mean like on a deeper spiritual level?
Yeah, this whole life is a battle between good and evil. Is it good for you to vandalize my property, kick down my door, steal my money, flip off my surveillance camera, and then try to sue me in court? Is that good?
And then potentially like eyeball some lemon pound cake that looked pretty good on the counter.
That's not good, man. That's bad. So the good people have to fight that element. You got to fight it with money. You got to fight it without money. You got to fight. You know,
All right.
if everybody leaves you
All right,
alone
right.
and everything is fine, you know, don't start no trouble. But man, when trouble kicks down your door and trouble steals your money and trouble looks at your lemon pound cake,
Look at that guy, bro, looking at the camera with the gun in his hand, like,
you gotta
oh
go out there
shit,
and
I'm
address
in
that shit.
trouble.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're the man of the house. Women get to have babies and you can't hit women. You have to respect women. You hold the door open for them. There's a woman's role and there's her duties. Then there's a man's role and his duties. So when the government kick down your door and scare your kids and steal your money, a man got to stand up to the government. A man got to stand up to anybody that's doing wrong.
Yo, Phoenix, Arizona, what the hell is up? Yo, Atlanta, Georgia, what the hell is up? Yo, El Paso, Texas, what the hell is up? You guys, guess what? I'm coming to your town to screen 2 secret documentaries, host a sick-ass talent show, maybe some rap battles for something called the C5 Carnival. I'm currently in Texas, on tour right now, but having some fantastic shows. You can buy a ticket right now. You can see 2 secret documentaries. You can see rap battles, maybe a talent show, definitely, and a moderated Q&A for show if you buy a ticket right now at www.channel5.news. And remember, Atlanta, El Paso, Phoenix, we need you. www.channel5.news. Tickets on sale now in the pinned comment and description box of this video. All right. So there's a quote that you have that you once said that your dad said. And your dad's from Mississippi, right?
Texas, but we lived in Mississippi.
Okay, you lived in Hattiesburg for a
Yes,
while,
sir.
but
Yes,
he comes from, what part of Texas is he from?
He's from Marshall, Texas. He's from the same town, George Foreman. We think George Foreman is our family member because that town, Marshall, Texas, is too small for 2 Foremans to come out of that to come out of that same freeway exit. You know what I'm saying?
So you said your dad once said, son, I'm not going to whoop you for fighting. I'm going to whoop you because you was standing over there. What does that quote mean to you?
My dad taught me how to avoid a fight. He said, you defended yourself and you didn't let that boy beat up on you. He said, so I ain't gonna whoop you for that. I'm gonna whoop you for being in a place where you could get in a fight. I'm gonna whoop you for being in a position for a fight to come to you. Because if you was home doing what you were supposed to do, you wouldn't have got in a fight. And what I'm thinking is, those police officers, their daddy, never gave them that little 7, 8-year-old whooping that I got. And so they're unaccountable. They make a mistake and then they cry and point the finger and they want to throw little fits until they make something bad happen to me. They're not getting the point. The point is, you wasn't supposed to be there. All rivers lead back to the ocean. All my statements and my points lead back to the nutshell point. You had no business over here. You got some bad information. You didn't do your homework. You moved too fast. You vandalized my place. You put yourself on my cameras. You stole my money. You disconnected my cameras. You didn't want to help clean up the mess. And then when I do what I got to do to clean up your mess, you want to sue me for using my methods of redeeming my place.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you came out on top, at least for now.
well, thank you, brother. Hey, man, all I can do is fight and tell the truth. I mean, I can stand there and be quiet while that keeps going on.
Yeah.
Or I can say something. In the movies, they go, stop, thief. Now, that dude was getting away till somebody put him on blast. Thief! Everybody know, hey, whoever's moving right now is some bad dude, and he can't move like he did. Now, if he didn't say nothing, that dude gets to get away with no hassle. But that's why we have
Dude,
freedom
his
of speech.
costume with
That
the
way,
fucking
when we have a problem, we
white
can
coat.
acknowledge that problem. After we acknowledge that problem with our freedom of speech, we can address
And
that
the
problem.
sunglasses.
After we address that problem
The
with our
fucking
freedom of
Andrew
speech,
was
we
rocking
can
the Crocs with
solve
the
that
flag.
problem. They vandalized my property, my money came up short. They disconnect my cameras because they are a poor sport.
Are there any other areas in society right now where you feel like freedom of speech is being eroded in some way?
Everywhere, everywhere. Now, I notice how the sheriff department, the same sheriff that's suing me, they assisted the Nazis to have their freedom of speech. And I want the Nazis to have their freedom of speech. But what I'm saying is let me have mine too. Don't give the Nazis freedom of speech and tell me I can't say nothing. Let's all have freedom of speech at the same time. That's all I'm saying. Be fair with the freedom of speech. Don't be partial with the freedom of speech. This guy has freedom of speech, but this guy doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that points to a broader problem, like as far as how law enforcement gives preferential treatment to certain groups in the country?
You know, I'm going to just look at my eyeballs for right now. For right now, my eyeballs see sheriffs helping Nazis in and out of U-Haul trucks, helping them have their freedom of speech.
You talking about Patriot Front with the white masks that do like different rallies across the country?
I'm just right now. I'm just referring to some Nazis,
Like actual American Nazi Party people doing a demonstration in Adams County.
And I'm not knocking them.
Okay.
I'm just saying I want the same privileges they got. That's all I'm saying. I'll stand for freedom of speech. I want a guy to say when he has a problem with me. I want to know it. I don't want him to shut up and he's holding all that inside. I want a man to have freedom of speech. So I want the Nazis to have their freedom of speech, but I want to have my freedom of speech also. Everybody should have freedom of speech. If you're from America or in America, you should have freedom of speech.
So backing up from the court case, going all the way back in time, I want to talk about Texas, I want to talk about your dad, and then the move to LA. You talk a lot about your dad in interviews. Was he a special person and a big influence on your life?
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. He didn't pick fights, but every now and then he'd stand on a principle. I seen him go get his pants hemmed one time. He was from the military. He's accustomed to that straight hem. This new hip seamstress wanted to do like some of that cool slant Miami Vice BS with him. And he was telling like, no, I don't want my pants hemmed like that. He said, I want my pants straight at the bottom. And then the guy goes, everybody do it like this. And he was like, I am not everybody. And the guy looked at him, he looked back, and the guy just slowly went down and got it like he wanted it. Not to be hard to work with, but when he's right, he stood on the principle that made him right.
So a firm defensive position.
Dude, like I say, you don't want to walk around picking fights, walking around. I'm not telling you to be a bad dude, but when people kick down the door to where your family live, it's time for a man to stand on some business and stand on some principle. Like, you need to see if they were right, and if you're right and they're wrong, stand on it. Stand on it. Buck naked with your boxers on. Nope, you wrong. You ain't got an army with a whole bunch of guns. If you don't got time to grab your gun and grab your bulletproof vest, you stand on the facts.
So in the Afro Man case, the sheriffs actually needed a warrant to figure out where he lived, what his family members' names were, and his previous residences. But guess what? Nowadays, with fast people search sites, $5 can let any Joe Schmo figure out where the heck you live. That's right, where you lay your head at night and sleep peacefully, perhaps next to your lemon pound cake. Let me break it down for you. So there are hundreds of companies called data brokers that have been quietly building files on you for years. That's right, you. Your home address, your phone number, your relatives, your purchase history, maybe your porn history, packaged up and sold to whoever
Oh,
wants.
not
This
the
type
porn
of thing has
history.
had lethal and horrible consequences. For example, a lone gunman and conspiracy theorist murdered Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband and dog at their home. Court documents showed that he found their address on one of those people search sites that are powered by data brokers that have been collecting your information your entire life, which is not cool, and why this video is sponsored by Incogni, which you can sign up for right now at incogni.com/channel5 and use code channel5 for 60% off. So Incogni works on your behalf to get your info wiped and removed from all databases. You just sign up, grant them the right to act for you, and watch as they work magic. And by magic, I mean doing the tedious work of contacting all these data brokers directly, making phone calls, submitting removal requests, and keeping their foot on the gas when these goddamn data brokers try and play dumb and say, we don't know how this info got here. Yes, you do. Take it off, Incogni. About a month ago, I signed up and I currently have over 24 removals in progress right now, thanks to Incogni. And guess what? On the Unlimited and Family Unlimited plans, they just launched custom removals, meaning you can be a researcher too. You can look yourself up, and if you find your info on one specific site, you can ask Incogni to hit them up for you and get it down. If you're on that plan, they'll even pair you with a privacy agent, a real flesh and bones human being who will fight on your behalf and once again keep his foot on the gas when these data brokers want to play dumb and say, hey, this is Incogni, take that down. As I mentioned, do me a favor and just go to incogni.com/channel5 and use code channel5. Again, 60% off. Link is in the description box and pinned comment of this video. Remember, if shit hits the fan, the feds can't use what they can't find. All right, back to the upbringing. Did your parents meet in Texas?
No, they met in L.A. My dad's from Texas, my mom's from Alabama, but they both, there was like this flight of black people from the South that went to L.A., Chicago.
Let's skip this part,
other
please.
the black flight, all the blacks that were.
Hey man, let the guy get his revenue, bro. Don't hate on the guy.
Yeah.
Mine went to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I was curious because that was like the Civil Rights Act was passed in '64. Then you
At
had the
least
second
he's not
Great
giving
Migration,
me a
which brought the
copyright
flight to
strike.
Oakland, South Los Angeles, places like that. So I'm assuming your dad followed that path.
Yes, sir.
Did he feel like the promise of the West was fulfilled in his move to LA?
At the time, I guess it was a good move at the time. My grandfather, he moved to Compton on an ox and a wagon. He rode an ox and a wagon from Texas all the way to Compton. And he bought his property in Compton for $7,000. I think a house in Compton is like $2 million now. $2 million, you get shot in the ass while you bringing in your groceries and shit. You know what I'm saying? We curse on here? Or,
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want, man.
All right, brother. I'm trying not to, but
Okay, you can say whatever the hell you want. You don't gotta go all the way there.
All right, but we got the option, right?
Yes.
All right, I just love the option. All right. So at that time, it was the economic thing to do because I don't think he could get land in Texas for $7,000. I don't know back then. It was all about they were suckering people to L.A. There was jobs was out there. It was like a move back then. It's not a move right now, but back then it was a move.
So moving there in the 60s and 70s was a great time period for black families.
Whenever they got there, because it might have been in the 50s, 40s, but I don't know. At some point, my grandfather moved from Texas to California.
So you were born in 1974 during a very transitional time period for LA, for California. What do you remember about your early life, like being elementary school age?
I remember afros. I remember bell bottoms. I remember people dancing outside of the laundromat to shake your booty. I remember telling my mom, "Ooh, Mom, they said a bad word. I thought booty was such a bad word." I remember palm trees. I remember the Southside Christian Palace where I sung my first song. But I was a baby. Then
You're all accountable. You moved to Riverside.
And I stayed between Mississippi and Alabama for like the next 5-6 years. So I came back to California when I was 12.
And you lived on 69th and Western?
Yes, sir.
And what was your life like there? What kind of stuff were you getting up to?
Oh man, I think that's where I got my hustle and I don't know. It was a major point. It's like where I started rapping. That's the first place I saw rich black people, guys with hair longer than the women. I started seeing like police officers just jump out on any random black person. I realized that we all looked alike and we were all suspects until they figured out what was going on. And police helicopters. I never seen a homeless person. Everybody in the South had somewhere to go. It was a raggedy shack where he could sleep at his auntie somebody's house. Or it wasn't no homeless people in the South. So I never seen people sleeping on the ground. I never seen graffiti. I thought that was nasty. I didn't like that. You're like, what the hell? They right on the damn way. Everywhere I looked, it was just like nasty. But I like palm trees. I love the fact that it didn't rain. That was tripping me out. I went back to the South. I heard thunder. I jumped on the ground. I thought somebody was shooting because I ain't heard thunder in so long. I forgot about it.
Was there a particular police brutality incident that you remember witnessing as a young kid in LA that really stuck with you?
I never really saw, we all saw Rodney King. And I knew it was going on. I'd hear stories. I'd see people the next day and they'd tell me stuff. I would just see the police be rude and out of line. Searching deacons coming home from church. They'll get a gang call and be searching Bill Cosby on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? I was just seeing unapologetic police officers. I definitely knew that they were aggressive, like another type of aggressive. And aggressive I didn't even see in Mississippi. Because in the South, you had to actually do something. It wasn't as random as it was.
Yeah, a lot of people characterize the South as being really backwards, and they make it seem like the West Coast has it all together.
No. The West Coast is the frontier of racism. They are innovative with racism. Somebody somewhere right now coming up with more racist terminology, more racial jokes, more. It's on the frontier of racism. Yeah, California, I believe it's the most racist place in America.
What are some of the ways you saw racism baked into California society that you didn't see in the South? Maybe something that was more behind the scenes?
Okay, a racist cop in the South, he thought he was better than me. He didn't like me, but he'd still be polite. Good morning. You look like somebody we looking for. We just need to make sure you're not him, and we'll let you go. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience if you're not this guy. A California dude was more unapologetic and kind of happy. Even if I wasn't the guy, he was still kind of happy. He treated the N-word bad. You know what I'm saying? So California had more unapologetic racism.
Oh yeah.
Mississippi had a traditional, understandable racism, but it wasn't. It's there, but it wasn't. It's not as rude.
Yeah. And also,
It's,
like,
it's a little more classier racism, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, like Colonel Sanders style racism.
You know, like, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. You know, they feel how they feel, but, you know, everybody know what's up in the South. But L.A. is up for grabs. So everybody want to spray paint on the wall, claim their territory. You know, everybody want their own piece of paradise, and they don't want to share it with, you know, another nationality or group or whatever. So if you think about LA is the most segregated city in Los Angeles, you know.
You mean in the state or the country?
I'm going to say in the country. Of course, you know, Mexicans outpopulate everybody, but there was a time when each race stayed somewhere in the city. The Mexicans had East LA, blacks had South Central, Watson, Compton. White people had West LA and Hollywood. They had the beaches, Santa Monica, you know, all that good stuff. And it was a real segregated city. It's the most segregated city. 3 racial riots, probably even more, you know what I'm saying, like, blah, blah.
Was there a period of more like black unity in South Central before gangs became so prominent, like during the late Black Panther era?
You would see it when the police beat up, like when that little girl got killed over that orange juice.
By the, like, Korean store owner?
Yeah. Or Rodney King, you know what I'm saying?
But you never went down the whole, like, rabbit hole of, like, the systematic, like, deconstruction of, like, certain communities in LA.
Yeah. You know, dude, God bless America, the land that I love, land where my fathers died. But if I was to keep it real, black people wasn't brought to America for America to be beneficial to black people. Black people were brought to America to be burden bearers, to make life convenient for the white people who bought them. So there's an element in America that gives black people the short end of the stick. Now, all white people ain't like that. The good white people need to influence the bad white people a little bit more, a whole lot more. So, yeah, the government put crack in the black neighborhood. That's bad. That's bad. I don't like that. But a black person got to learn how to say no. I don't want your crack. The government do what it do. But despite that, you know, all the strides that Afro-Americans have made. You know, we went to France. I think they call them the Harlem Hellstormers or something. France praised these men, the Tuskegee Airmen that helped win the World War II. It's a reason why ICE can't deport me. Everybody got to go home except this guy.
Definitely.
You can put me in prison. You can hang me from a tree, but no, I stay.
So going back to LA, what prompted that move to Palmdale?
When I was living in Los Angeles, I was trying to go to school and do my homework and everything, and I was the only child, so I was trying to fit in with the little boys in my neighborhood. So I started claiming the set. And
which, for those who might not know, means a gang.
Yeah. I started claiming my section of LA. We say set, claiming the set. I started claiming my section of LA. I went to junior high with my rivals, and there was no way that I was gonna complete junior high school with my rivals as deep as they were at that junior high school. So I told my dad about that. So to give me a clean start, to be able to finish school, he took me to Palmdale. He did his homework, he did his research, and he didn't know nothing about gang. He was a good old black man from Texas. All black people we was all slaves, we was all poor, we was all in the ghetto. He didn't know what the problem was. He didn't understand none of that stuff. But once he seen what was up, he realized he moved us somewhere crazy. He said, okay. So he went up to Palmdale. He bought us a house up there,
Oh my
and
nigga.
that's how I got to Palmdale.
No more ducking from shotgun shell. Bought a 2-story house in East Palmdale.
Bro, it's a lot of fucking history, bro, you know? It's a lot of fucking history.
Before you went there, did you ever have any encounters with like Tookie Williams or Big U?
No, I think Tookie was gone before I came along. He wasn't gone like dead, but I think he was in prison before I came along. The Rolling 60
Being
was
new
like,
Dr.
that was
Pepper,
foreign
the
country
creamy
to me. I
coconut,
couldn't stand
bro.
around there meeting different Rolling 60s.
Shit.
I didn't know no Rolling 60s.
Fire.
Even though you were on 69th.
Yeah, that was the north side. Like, my set, we expanded across Florence. The A-Track Gangsters run the 80s, and they took over the 70s. Then they crossed Florence, and they started nibbling on some of those 60 streets. So when I came there, and I moved there on 69th, it was A-Track Gangsters around, and, I started getting, I was a little boy, I started, knowing them and affiliating with them. And they was taking over, they started pushing cats on the west side of Western and north of 67th Street.
Did you feel like when you went to Palmdale, things calmed down a bit and you could focus more on like school and music and stuff like that?
Yes, definitely. You can get in a fight in Palmdale too, but it wasn't like LA. LA, there was no choices. LA, it was what it was in LA. You know what I'm saying?
I want to hear about the song that you made in 8th grade called Harry Carey.
So gather around, young cholos, bloods, and crips, while I rap about the hair on Carrie's lips. It goes, Harry Carey, Harry Carey. Man, you know what? The other day, I called myself like you got serial killer, right? I call myself a serial rapper. Like, I'll take you out lyrically, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the 6th grade, Raymond Elementary. This girl had a lot of money. She had some real fancy clothes, and she picked on everybody. Me and all the other kids, we were poor and raggedy, and we couldn't buy $50 tennis shoes and $100 jumpsuits. And so I remember she was cute. She was a real cute girl, but she was real mean and rude. And she had like a slight mustache. Her lip was kind of dark around the tip. So I wrote this rap song exaggerating about her mustache. I had, there was Lottie Dottie, so I made Harry Carey. I kind of structured my song like Lottie Dottie, but I turned to Harry Carey. I wrote it, and then I had my friend beatbox, and so I said it. Harry Carey ate her own cherry. That's why her lips are very, very hairy. You know how they used to say you go down on a girl, you get hairy lips. So I said, Harry Carey ate her own cherry. That's why her lips are hairy. They was like, ooh, in elementary school.
What the fuck, dude? Dr. Pepper is the
You're
shit,
gonna
bro.
like this one because it's a winner. I remember one night she invited me to dinner. She opened the door. I sat at ease. That night she cooked some macaroni and cheese. I did not care. Pulled up my chair, opened up my mouth, got a mouthful of hair. I said, Carrie, what you put in this trash? She said, I'm sorry, Joseph. That's my mustache. I looked at her and I said, what? She said, I tried to shave, but the razor wouldn't cut. I asked my dad, my mom, my pa. I got tired of listening. I crunked the chainsaw. I cranked it up. It began to run. Afro man about to have some fun. Try to cut her hair. It began to pop. Snap. I said, it began to smoke. Snap, crackle, pop, and the chainsaw broke. I said, Harry Carey, try to calm down. You done ran all the barbershops out of town. Don't get mad. Don't complain. And she had a hairy leg friend. I put her pants leg up. I said, go chill out with hairy leg Charmaine. And I ended on that. And the whole school, like I said, rap was a craze in the late 80s.
Yeah.
If you attempted to do it, people would gather around you like a fight or breakdancing. All the kids at the school was just, I was on top of this bench with my buddy beatboxing, and we just had a whole sea. The whole recess was over there, and the whole school just went nuts when I pulled up that girl's leg and said, hairy leg Charmaine, and they was like the two school bullies. So that was like my first rap song against the bullies.
And what effect did that have?
Everybody started calling her Harry Carey. Anytime she tried to pick on anybody, they'd start singing my rap song. Like she had to chill out and start treating people nice.
So you humbled the bullies. You're like a social vigilante.
Yes.
Early on in life.
Yes.
And that was the first time that you used those creative means to get over on someone who was putting you down.
Yes.
And you still do that.
Only when I have. Only when that's. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
Lemon pound cake.
Only when necessary. Because if it ain't necessary, I just want to get high and have some cold 45 with 2 zigzag. You know, I just want a nice rap. But you know.
I heard even the name Afro Man itself is a rebranding of a nickname someone tried to give you to put you down.
Yeah, you know, like I'm trying to make it look good. Like, I didn't have no voluptuous, nice afro. I had the spiders in a meeting going on. I had that little intermediate situation going on. And the girl was like, hey, you boy, Afro Man, pass this up to the front. And everybody started laughing. And that name was kind of sticking. Everybody like, hey, Afro Man, they'd laugh. Afro Man, Afro Man! Because everybody had bald heads in the mid-90s. Tupac, Michael Jordan, any serious black man that was seriously trying to get at a good-looking black chick, he had his hair cut. And that was like requirement number 1. Get a haircut. If you didn't have a decent haircut, a girl would give you a ride home. She'd give you some food. But if you thought about asking her for a number and your hair wasn't right, she was you need to go get this shaved and cleaned up. You can't be out here with me.
But you didn't fold to cultural peer pressure. You kept the Afro rocking, and you own the nickname.
Because of my finances, I couldn't get that $10 haircut every 2-3 days.
So if you had some money, you would have been Michael Jordan bald.
Yes. If I could have,
I don't know.
yeah, I love to be fly. So if I could have been fly, I would have been fly. But I couldn't do it. And I
was thinking to go
school,
fishing.
I was trying to
I don't
eat,
know about
and
that
I just
shit.
couldn't get my hair cut every day. And so I had an unattractive afro in the mid-90s. And people used to call me Afro Man. And then I seen Too Short. And he was saying how he went up to girls saying, yo, I want your number, I want this, and I want that. And he was saying how the girls told him he was too short. And the girls always told him he was too short. And he said he started putting it on hats and shirts and everything. And he said it worked. So I thought I'd try that. I was trying to figure out how I could get fly with Afro Man. So I noticed it was 7 letters, and it had an O in the middle. I drew an afro around the O and a little stick man smiley face, and then I made it Afro Man, and I embraced it. I started wearing hats. I started wearing T-shirts, and then I made a rap tape, and I was like, I couldn't fight gravity. I was like, all right, Afro Man. And it started working. When I walk up to a dude clowning me, calling me my name, he's like, you can rap Afro? They'd put it in, check it out, be laughing. Hey, this Afro Man, take me. It was working. It worked better than, Heavenly Henry or Poetic Paul and,
So in between Harry Carey and then owning the name Afro Man, were you still making music?
Yes. Matter of fact, I was looking for a rapper name. I was trying to go with J Natural. I was trying to do everything. Man, my phone's ringing like a dog. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn this thing up.
Afro Man has obviously dealt with his fair share of his civil rights being violated and being stalked, followed, and tracked by the cops. Have you ever had a moment where it feels like you're being watched? Not metaphorically or as a result of a mental health diagnosis, but feel as if your devices are keeping tabs on you and developing a digital paper trail that they use to push
Walleye
even
fishing.
more targeted ads and products
some
back
bass
onto
fishing.
you. Well, all that is true, and as we
Bro,
mentioned
is
in our
it raining
previous
there?
podcast,
Fuck.
every search,
Nice
online
here,
purchase,
bro.
and
It's
click
like,
you've ever made
I'm
online
like 80.
ever
Gonna
goes
be
into
70,
a private dossier
73 right
that
now.
is
It's gonna be
owned
80.
and traded by data brokers. And you know who one of their biggest clients is? The FBI. The U.S. federal government. Fucking pigs. That's right.
Trading
The
right
federal
now.
government could right now possess an entire dissident dossier on you based upon those 3 a.m. internet rabbit holes that you go down when you thought nobody was watching. It's a dark situation, bro. But what if I told you there was a service that could protect you and protect your private internet history from being scooped up by these crooked cops as you actively search the web? Well, guess what, pendejo? Great news, there is, and it's called NordVPN. This video actually is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN.com/channel5. NordVPN masks your IP, encrypts your connection to the internet, and their threat protection feature blocks malicious sites, trackers, and intrusive ads. So what you do online, within reason, stays yours and yours alone. The best deal on the internet for a VPN is through our link, NordVPN.com/channel5. Through that link, you get a huge discount on a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months free of charge. Holy shit. Again, that's nordvpn.com/channel5. Also linked in the pinned comment and description box below this video. And guess what? If you don't like it, they got a 30-day money-back guarantee, motherfucker. So you can get that bread back if it doesn't work, but that's impossible because it's the best. nordvpn.com/channel5. All right, back to the video. So we talked a lot about 8th grade. The first time I smoked weed in 8th grade, I was listening to your music.
Well, I want to thank you and apologize at the same time, man. I didn't mean to influence you at such a young age.
Well, you didn't make me do it, but it was like the essential weed music at that time. So I think people probably want to know, when was the first time you smoked weed, and was it a positive or negative experience?
I smoked some weed, but I wasn't getting high at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was smoking like some, when you first start smoking weed, you don't know if you're smoking some good weed or some Bama. You don't even know. You could be smoking parsley. You don't even know. Until you get high, you start realizing, oh, okay, this is what it smell like. Oh, this is how I'm supposed to feel. You know when you're getting ripped off or not. So at first, I didn't know what I was smoking. I was pulling these little joints, and I was scared of some kind of crack high that I couldn't, so I didn't want to get addicted. So I smoke a little bit and see, does it kick in 30 minutes later, or, I think the one time I really got high is when I had a homeboy. He had a car in his backyard with no wheels on it. It sat on bricks. He got some good weed one time. He was like, man, you my homeboy, I love you. He said, man, come over to my house, man. I got a special treat. And he called his 3 best homies. It was me, another dude, and another dude. We was all in the back of we was all in this car. I'm in the front, this other dude in the front, he in the back seat. He light up 4 blunts. We might as well not even pass these things. The passing them was a joke, because then another one was coming, it was like a mind game or something. He said, don't roll down the window and waste my money. And it's like, I ain't never had that much smoke. It was like stupid, like tears was coming out of my eyes. My tongue was a rug. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And so he finally said, okay, y'all can get out. And when we opened up that car door, that's when I got my little dance. Because I feel like the coyote on Roadrunner when they slow it down. So I remember I was walking. It felt like I was floating, like I couldn't really feel my legs.
And you were 16?
I was older. I'm a late bloomer.
Like after high school?
Yeah, because I was playing football in high school. I thought you was a bum if you smoked any kind of dope. Even if you drunk beer, I just thought you was a goofy ass, I might have been, I'm going to say 20, because I smoked some Bama weed when I was 18. I didn't try to do it every day. I like to drink my 40s. At 18, I was a 40 man. Hit me a Newport. I was cool.
And was Colt 45 actually your favorite 40, or was that like a behind-the-scenes brand deal?
Man, I wanted an 8-ball because all the famous gangsters drunk 8-ball. All the gangster rappers drunk 8-ball. 8-ball was the ghetto Republican beer. You was like a rich ghetto dude when you spent $5 on a beer. When you spent $5 on one beer, $5 was a lot of money back in the day. I couldn't afford $5 beers, but Coke 45 cost $1.25. I remember I got this one song I say, standing in the front of the liquor store with no dough, trying to bum a 4-0. 8-ball costs $3.84. I can't afford that, I'm young and po. Coke 45 costs $1.25, and I'm trying to survive. If I ask 5 people for a quarter, I'll be just like the bathroom, out of order. I used to be bashful, used to be shy, and all that stuff, but I could bum 5 quarters from some strangers outside of the gas station and get me a whole 40, and then I liked the way it made me feel. Like 8-ball gave me like this bad hangover the next day. But I could pop up and play basketball after I drunk a Coke 45, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel it. It was like, okay, everything's fine.
That's a pretty special talent. You could drink a 40 and play basketball right after?
I'm talking about like the next day.
Did you end up graduating high school or no?
No, I dropped out of the 11th grade.
And was that like out of musical passion, or you just weren't feeling school?
A combination of things. My parents was breaking up. They were letting the house go in foreclosure in Palmdale. So I had to choose which parent I was going to go with, and it was in the middle of the school year. On top of that, I want to rap. There's no college for rappers. So I'm sitting around in school, just sitting here and just, douchebagging around. I could see me staying in school if there was a rap class. There's no rap class. I study hip-hop at home with my tapes and through the game. So if I was to be honest with myself, I was basically through with school. So my parents was leaving. My mom was going her route. My dad was going back to Mississippi. I figured I'd go down to LA and try to become a rapper.
How'd it go?
LA's the entertainment capital. I couldn't tell myself I was gonna make it musically in Mississippi versus the music capital. How do you leave LA and go to Mississippi to make it in the music business? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like little farm boys is walking with they belongings on a stick. Everybody's trying to get to LA so they can make it. Fresh out of high school, I thought my best move to go down to LA and try to make it rapping. You know, go hard and try to make it.
And back then, like obviously way before the internet, what was the standard marketing protocol for putting yourself out there?
There was the Cinderella story of dropping off a tape to Dr. Dre or, you know, letting some dude in the industry hear your song. There was that. And I think that's all I knew at the time. Now, I knew Too Short sold tapes out the trunk, and I was willing to do that while I was waiting for a big deal. I was ready to do whatever was moving. So I was ready to go to the studio, make me some songs, make me some albums. I was ready to sell them myself. And then if I could get a deal, you know, I'm with that. But if I can't, I was ready to keep my trunk popped on my car and to keep slanging them.
You mentioned style. You've always kind of had like really colorful suits and different like sort of pimp hop type, you know. Did you listen to a lot of Bay artists? Is that what inspired a lot of your fashion, or was that also happening in LA?
I take what I want from everywhere.
Yeah.
I go shopping in the humanity store. So what I see, I take. Whatever I like, I take. I've seen some clean preachers. I've seen some pretty clean brothers. Ice-T is our player in LA. He was pretty clean. You know, we got good weather in LA. So you ain't gonna see the mink coats in LA. You might, some rich Hollywood movie star party that I can't go to coming from South Central LA. But we had Ice-T. Ice-T was the flyest player that I knew in LA. And you know, you got a little bit of the game everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your fly New York cats. You're gonna have your fly Atlanta brothers. Right now, I think I'm gonna give it to Chicago. You know, that's where I really seen some clean brothers.
Was there somebody in Chicago that put you onto the game, or are you self-made through observation?
A little bit of both. I went through a bad divorce, and I had a lady take some money from me that I didn't think she deserved. And I was just looking at all the complications I went through in my marriage. Then I look up and I'm seeing guys with, 5, 10 women paying them, and they driving, living good. And I got one woman taking half from me, and these dudes got 5, 10 women bringing everything to them. And I was wondering what I was doing wrong. So I was just like, I was fascinated. Fresh out of a divorce that broke me for some money, I'm fascinated with a guy that gets paid, and he got 5, 10 women, I'm like, how do you do that? Yeah, so blah, blah, blah.
And the second part of the question, was there a person, maybe a style or game icon that put you on?
I was inspired by the whole game, but I guess Bishop Don Magic Juan. When I was sad and depressed, I'd watch him in his Rolls Royce. I'd watch him looking good, and he'd be talking positive. Man, stay down, keep your head up. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. It's like all them players, they had a little saying or something that would make you, that inspire you. They'll say something like, stay down like 4 flat tires. When all the buildings in New York City fall, I'm gonna be standing tall. Just something that make you want to get up off the ground, brush yourself off, and say, you know what, let's go for it.
Did you ever have one, like a phrase?
Yeah, I got a phrase. My phrase, I had to outdo all the players that inspired me. So mine is Kenny Red, rest in peace. I like to say, stay down like 4 flat tires. Lee Mack, rest in peace. Stay down and come up with your money. I'm the hungry, hustling American dream, / Afro-American wet dream, the rock and roll gangster, the Kenny Red, rest in peace of Reefer Rap, the Don Juan of Dank, the Pimpin' Kenny, the Ink Pen, Money Q Green. There's these, I got my lines.
Who do you think's on the Mount Rushmore of old school pimping?
Okay, everybody say Iceberg Slim, but I missed that boat, and to me, he didn't like what he was doing. He didn't like himself. So me personally, I'm gonna exclude him. In my book, it's gonna be Don Juan, Kenny Red. I like JoJo, and I like Scorpio. How many people's up on Rushmore?
There's 4 presidents up there.
And I like
Pimp
Ken.
Handstrong.
I think he got a beautiful, he got the best mouthpiece in the game. We was just talking about dressing. My Mount Rushmore is I got inspiration from their dress, their wardrobe.
Yeah. So just to clarify, pimping isn't cool, but pimps dress cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And another thing I wanted to talk about too is I saw you don't say the N-word in your music. What kind of prompted that choice?
Well, first of all, the N-word is the most, I'm trying to find that word that's said in the dictionary. It's the most offensive word in the English language. I don't like being greeted with it. I don't address my brothers and sisters with it. Like, if you're on the Lakers, you're not going to say, fuck the Lakers. Or if you're an Englishman, you're not going to walk around saying, hey, what's up, Limey? You know what I'm saying? If you're a Mexican, you're not going to walk around going, hey, Beaner, what's happening?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel black people should disrespect the home team. You know, I know in America, they hear it so much. Like if I had a bunch of give me a bunch of white kids.
All right.
They're
Imagine
all-
they're here.
Yeah, they're all my, give them to me as babies.
Here you go.
Right? All right? And when I see them, I say, hunky, 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 hunky. I separate them from the older white people that love them. The older white people that's going to give them dignity and pride and say, hey, we're Americans. We're white people. I separate them from them people. And I got them over here in my little chicken coop. And I'm like, you're a honky. Honky, 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 honky. What are those little white kids going to grow up saying?
Cracker, honky.
And then they're gonna shake, they're gonna be like, what's up, my honky? They're gonna have pride when they say it. Hey, what's up, honky?
Yeah.
Innocent and uninformed, because I done separated them from the people that will give them the dignity and pride to say that. So I'm thinking hundreds of years ago, the black people that couldn't speak English, nigga, 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 nigga. Sometimes I watch a movie, the slave would be like, whose nigga is you? You know, they don't know no better. They don't know they're the original man God created. They don't know they invented the pyramid. They don't know the Moors took knowledge to the Greeks and the Egyptians took, and the Moors brought knowledge to Spain and Europe. They don't know they're these intellectual people. All they know is what this guy that don't like them told them. That's my reason why I don't like the N-word. I don't think black people should call themselves that. I guess that's it in a nutshell.
I guess growing up, and I grew up in what they call a diverse environment where it was used a lot, and I was always told that it was a way of reappropriating a word that was used to dehumanize the community. So it's like by using it ourselves, we're taking that power away.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna piss on you. And I'm going to tell you it's raining. Is that rain just because I say it's rain? No, that's piss. I salute the brothers that tried that. And I understand, ain't nothing wrong. You know, like, if I stick you with a pin, it's typical if you jump. I got to salute a brother that don't let the N-word hurt him. He use it. He get with him. Like, you can't hurt him like that. I salute that. At the same time, no.
Yeah. At what point in your life did you come to that conclusion?
I think when a Mexican walked up to me and said it, I didn't like it no more.
You've been back to LA in a while?
No, I left LA because of it. I didn't want to go to prison because it was too many people using the N-word that wasn't black, and I couldn't kill them all. So I knew I better leave before, you know.
Well, Mexicans in East LA don't typically say that.
A real Mexican don't say it. You got the, you know, like, I don't know, whatever. You know, like, people hate us, but they imitate us. I'm going to say that again. People hate us, but they imitate us. You know what I'm saying? My dad said black people invented low riding. He said it was like in the 50s, and he said black people used to wear zoot suits. He said black people, the black jazz musicians, used to wear zoot suits. And he said that, you know, Mexicans that play the oldies, Motown, they play them now. They play them, like if I dig up Smokey Robinson, it won't be a picture of Smokey Robinson on YouTube. It'll be like 5 cholos standing there. And I'm trying to, you know, when I pull up a Smokey Robinson video, that's how much they done like embraced and intercepted Motown and all of the classic soul oldies that black Americans made. You know what I'm saying? You know, people hate us, but they imitate us. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to that lefty guy talk. He was like, yeah, in the penitentiary, we got ours. We let the blacks know, like, yo, you know, you guys are over there, but we got ours. Oh, but when he gets out the penitentiary, oh, he wants to rap like the black guys he want to kill in the penitentiary. No, keep that same energy when you get out the penitentiary. No. Don't come over here using our rap music. You go over there and sing La Bamba. And a black dude wrote that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at him. It's like, just all that N-word using, and then the black people that give green light to disrespect us. Like, you know, California, you know, like, you know, I love my hometown, but it's a lot of stuff there, you know, that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back, but, like, I got to live out in the desert. I need a whole lot of space, and I got to drive around to my love. I just can't just be out with like random people drinking and just saying whatever, and whatever.
But you feel like the popularity of the music is the driving force behind the appropriation of black forms.
I think brothers should have thought about it. I think NWA should have been brothers with an attitude.
Yeah.
Instead of, we all get it. I get it. We was all mad. And one time I called a girl a bitch, and she turned around. She said, "I'm going to show you a bitch." You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think a lot of black people kind of got that attitude, like, "Oh, we some niggas? Okay, all right, we gonna show you some niggas. We gonna burn all this shit up. We gonna fuck up." And so they just running with that junk. But I think we should have just held on to the brothers. Because now, you got all kind of non-blacks just using the N-word and,
I don't know if they would have got the record deal if it was BWA.
They could have said F the police they would have got it.
You don't think that there was like a conscious agenda behind promoting some of these words on like a corporate entertainment level?
I'm sorry?
Do you think there was a conscious agenda like in promoting gangster rap in the 80s?
Yeah, but see, they can't promote what you don't do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if a lady take off her clothes and start wiggling right now, I'm a promoter. But if she don't take off her clothes, I can't promote her.
So it falls back to individual responsibility of the person.
Yeah.
So you mentioned NWA, you mentioned Mississippi once, which made me think about Soulja Boy, who's also from Mississippi, and he said that he was the first viral rapper. But if I think about it, I think it would actually be you.
Yes.
Can you break down like how that song came about, and then we can get into the actual mechanics of the mass spread of that song? Because it was like #1 in Belgium.
Got high. The first YouTube was Napster. I didn't know nothing about it. I was on the verge of being homeless and everything.
You were working at LAX at that time too?
No, LAX was before that. LAX is going to be in the Afro Man days when I first got my nickname and everything.
Yeah, okay.
This is going to be after I moved back to Mississippi. I kind of gave up on LA.
Went back to Hattiesburg?
Yes.
Yeah. You were working at a chicken processing center?
Yes. I remember I tried to sell some CDs, nobody would buy them. I got tired of toting the box around. I was just like, damn. So I just started giving it away to people. And they went home and put it up on the computer, and they put it up on Napster. They had to invent the word viral to explain what my song had did through the computer. It was like a computer platinum. At first we had platinum. We didn't have viral. Nobody said that before 2000. They started saying it after Because I Got High circulated. One dude said, I remember the dude, he looked like the guy on The Godfather that got mad at Michael Corleone. He goes, he was banging the cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. Mo Green.
Yeah.
He had on some glasses like Mo Green. He's like, you're everywhere. He goes, your song went viral. And he held it with his eyes open like, I ain't never heard that word. I'm like, what is that? It was like, it's like a virus. They had to invent that word to explain what had happened in everybody's computers around the world.
So nobody said it viral before your song came out?
Yes.
Wow. And it stemmed from, was it a rave in New Orleans, I read?
Yes, I handed out 500 CDs at a rave. All those kids went home and loaded that stuff up, and it went around the world in like 2-3 days.
2-3 days?
Yeah.
And what was your initial reaction? Like, how did you even come to terms with that global reach?
Dude, I didn't even know what had happened. This dude was just pounding on my door like the British is coming or something. You know what I'm saying? He was like, Universal want us in New York right now. We got to get a plane. And I'm like, okay, all right. Like, damn. And it was like, it wasn't a joke. The plane tickets was there, first class, limousine picking us up. New York City, saw Johnny Cochran in the airport, took a picture. Shit was starting to change, brother. Like, I didn't know what was going on, but it was crazy, it was creepy, and it was big.
And how soon until you signed that major deal?
It must have been like 2-3 days later.
Yeah.
We got the plane ticket, we flew up there, Universal was not playing.
I know you're old school, so you probably don't want to talk about money super openly, but was it a pretty decent check for that first signing bonus?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get a quick time check right quick. I supposed to be on stage at 7.
All right, we're here at Afro Man's first show after his victorious court case against the Adams County Sheriff's Department. It's not a big venue. We're not in an arena or a big-ass theater. We're inside of a dive bar in a suburban town called Clayton, Indiana, home to about 15,000 people. And it appears that 1%, maybe 5% of the town is in this bitch right now to watch Afro Man do his thing. Thoughts on Afro Man?
He's great.
How do you feel about his court case victory?
That was amazing.
Freedom of speech, good or bad?
Great. We Afro Man in Belleville, baby. You know, when are we going to see this again?
It's Afro Man. How do you not show up tonight?
My name's Gerald Claxon. This is the Clack Shack. Little small town, little hole in the wall type thing. Freedom of speech all the way through, baby. All the way.
Go freedom of speech, absolutely. Afro Man got off his trial from freedom of speech. Honestly, I didn't know much about this court case till about 2 days ago.
Super epic, super sick. And how blessed he is that it was all on camera with his cameras inside. You feel me? Like, I was just thinking about that earlier today. I was like, playa, hell yeah.
What do you think this victory
Yeah, bro.
Freedom of speech. There's still hope in this world, at least a little bit.
He wanna put down his guard, living pound cake, and shitting on TikTok, living pound cake. He's a family guy, living pound cake. The munchies because he got high, living pound cake.
Oh man, there's hope for my career. Hey, you know what? I feel like Tina Turner. She was old as fuck. She was basically a skeleton in some stilettos. Her hair looked like somebody electrocuted her. But it ain't over.
Oh, you know
it
what?
ain't over, you motherfucker. She got one more left. What's love got to do? Hey, this is beautiful.
When you pulled the guitar too, that was pretty sick.
Right on, brother.
So I had a couple follow-up questions from the interview from yesterday. When you said you went to Chicago and like met a bunch of cool people and stuff like that, did you ever go to a players ball?
Oh yeah, man. I go to all of them. Yeah, man, because I'm a player. Yeah,
To this day.
Yes. Don Juan, he threw his last one. He had his leg amputated, so he threw his last one, the 50th one. So I guess it's up to the younger generation of players to keep it going. I'm gonna talk to Pimp C down in San Diego, and I'm gonna talk to some of the other famous players and see where they want to have them at and how they want to do them. I think they planning a picnic in July.
A pimp picnic.
Yeah, player.
Player.
Yeah.
So what's the main difference?
A pimp, I guess, like, that word can mean a lot. Like, it can mean, like, a guy that beats a chick up and forces her to have sex with people. And we don't do that. A woman loves a player.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Yeah, we some players, man. A player is a nice dude. A player is a ghetto politician. He's a good dude. He's smart. He has money. He has lots of friends. He has ideas. He throws parties. He's a wonderful social person. Yeah, he's a politician. So, yeah, players ball.
And do you think that culture will survive the test of time?
Yeah, there's gonna always be a player. There's always gonna be a hater. So who the hater gonna hate if it ain't no player around? Somebody gotta be shining, doing good. So somebody got somebody to fuss and complain about. You gotta have the yin with the yang. You gotta have night and day, balance off the universe.
You ever have any interactions with Sugar Free?
Yeah, that's my man. That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? What's the smoking on a dodo and it's gone? Hey, I'm sipping on the Hennessy because it's what's up, Sugar Free? Sugar. My homeboy Strange was tight with him, and Strange took me to his show. He brought me in the back, was smoking weed with me. He always treated me with respect, man, and I appreciate him, man, because I love his music. A lot of rappers I grew up listening to, you know, I love them, but, you know, the feeling ain't mutual. They ain't feeling me. But Sugar Free is one of them rappers I grew up listening to, and he liked me too, you know. So he like because I got high, he think I'm funny and everything. Cool brother. I love Sugar Free, man.
Sugar Free to pee. Look like the game hurt. If the bitch got 2 or 3 phones, she either a hoe or a brain surgeon.
You ever meet Monster Cody?
I didn't. You know, he stayed on my street. I lived off of 69th and Harvard.
So your dad, in moving you to Palmdale when you were 11, do you feel like it's a stretch to say that might have saved your life?
I'm going to say, yeah. I was too alpha male. I was probably going to get it. I might have made it. A lot of my homies made it through. They still around today, and they banged hard every day in South Central. I'm thinking me, the way I rap, talk, dance, threw up gang signs, spray painted on the wall.
Too active.
Because, I didn't back down. I was bony. My Jerry curl was too long. Somebody probably would have got me, man. Or I might have made it. I don't know. My dad didn't take that chance. Once he did his research, we was out of there.
What percentage of people who were active during the 80s, during your time in South Central, do you think are still around today? Is it half, or you think it's even less?
My homies were survivors. My homie Shady Mac died of natural causes. We put him down the other day. But all my homies are still alive. One of my homies went to the penitentiary. They dodged some bullets. They some matadors. You know what I'm saying? You know, they tricked the bull, and they stuck him with the sword at the end. Like, they still alive. Two-Tone, he's still alive. He live in the set right now. I pay his rent for him every day. Oh, homie. Hey, bro, I need a new Cadillac, man. Yeah,
So even though you moved to Palmdale, you didn't sever those lifelong bonds?
I couldn't. I was an A-Trade gangster. Like, I wasn't finna take my khakis off for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in Palmdale, but in my mind, I was still a Crip. I was still from A-Trade gangster. And that's how I carried myself. I dressed up every day. I got up every morning, ironed my khakis, ironed my T-shirt, went to the Slauson swap meet every chance I could. Went to see the homies every chance I could. Yeah, you can ask anybody from Palmdale. Joby, he A-Trade gangster, L.A., South Central, whoop-de-whoop.
Well, it's interesting because, like, fast forward now, Lancaster and Palmdale have some of, like, the highest murder rates in the state. And a lot of L.A. families now got relocated from places like South Central, especially.
Yeah, man. The funny part is the worst gangbanger in L.A., he fantasizes about retiring in Palmdale. But the whole city is doing that. So a gangbanger go to Palmdale to get away from gangs. There's a million other gangbangers there, too, trying to get away from gangs. So you go up to the gas station, you're getting the worst gang fight shootout in your life in Palmdale, because in L.A., everything's organized, right? Every gang is in their neighborhood. So if you're from that hood, you can get peace in your hood. Palmdale, Lancaster, you move into a little apartment, that's not a certified hood. You see what I'm saying? Like, your gang doesn't run that area. Different gang members is moving into apartment complexes. A Crip upstairs, Blood downstairs, 18th Street down the hall, M13 over here. You go to your car to bring in the groceries, man, you got all kind of shit going on. Them sheriff cars flying all up and down the street in Palmdale.
Did you see the video that came out of Cowboy from the 60s, like now living far out in the desert, like past Apple Valley, like out there on a private compound with like 6 acres, like by himself?
That's how you do it, brother. That's how you do it. I bought 195 acres. I want a real hood. I want a real country that I control. Like, my land is my country. I'm the judge. I'm the president. I'm the army. I'm the police. I'm the judge. I like to put a fence up around my 195 acres.
I could see you being the president of a micronation. Have you heard of those before?
Hey, people, I guess that was it for today, bro. Love y'all, and maybe we will be back again tomorrow, maybe. But thanks for stopping by, and y'all have a great day. Peace out.